All right, President Trump promising a new round of tax cuts aimed at the middle class ahead of the midterms. Here to break down what it means for your wallet, the director of the White House National Economic Council, Larry Kudlow. Larry, we were surprised to hear about this a couple of weeks ago. What can we expect?
Well, it's in the planning stage. You know, we've had tax cuts, very effective help for the middle class. Their tax liability is down about $2,000 for a family of four. We also have wage increases, a family of four, probably $4,000, maybe higher over a period of time in wage increases. So the president would like to go for more. He's a tax cutter. Right. That's a big difference from his predecessor, who was a tax hiker. And we're going to try to work out some of the details on his proposal for a 10% middle-class tax cut.
Okay, so here's one of the details. While the president announced it last night there in Houston, Congress is not in session. So are you suggesting that Congress will be called back? They'll deal with it after the election? What's the status of that?
I think the general point of view is after the election, but I think the president wants to message this policy ahead of the election. It's a pro-growth policy. And, you know, across the board, this economy is really humming. As I've said many times, American workers, blue collars, white collars, entrepreneurs are just crushing it, absolutely crushing it. We're the hottest economy in the world. And you know what? You want to compare this economy today with the economy of 2 or 3 years ago. Are you better off today? I believe you are overwhelmingly better off today.
All right, let's hear President Obama say that.
When you hear all this talk about economic miracles right now, remember who started it. They run things into the ground and we have to come back and clean things up.
Larry, he's taking credit for our economy. Is he right or is he wrong?
Well, I don't think he's right, with all respect to former President Obama. Look at, under his stewardship, the so-called recovery was, I don't know, 2% average per year, which is really the worst since I believe, since the Depression. And already, we have beaten our critics, including Obama's staff people. We're running an economy that's 3 to 4% economic growth. And the whole change here, look, President Trump has cut tax rates on small businesses and corporations and individuals, and he wants to do some more. That's a huge change from President Obama. President Trump has, rolled back onerous regulations, and what you're seeing now is a tremendous increase in men and women who own and operate their own small businesses. The president has stopped the war against success, stopped the war against energy, stopped the war against fossil fuels. He is rewarding success. And last point, Ainsley, look at the confidence metric. Look at Obama had nothing like that. With all due respect, again, I don't want to get tied up in personal attack. I'm just saying, almost from the day of the election, consumer sentiment and small business confidence has soared. It had been falling. Right. And it's a V recovery, and it continues. Well, that's the most amazing thing. It continues.
The word is the president is not going to have a substantive talk with the president of China. He says they're not ready yet to talk. What does he mean?
Well, look, we're in the planning stage for that, too. And I don't know what the agenda is going to be. A lot of people are working behind the scenes here to try to figure that out. It could be important, or it may be not. It's the first time they've met in quite some time. That will be in Argentina, G20, in a month or so. It's not going to be detailed trade discussion. And, of course, there are lots of other issues. Secretary Pompeo, Ambassador Bolton will run that down for you. But, yeah, they've got a whole menu of issues, not least of which is North Korea. So it's early to speculate on how that's going to go. My general view is better to talk than not talk, but if it's not substantive and significant, I don't know, maybe not.
All right. Larry Kudlow joining us from the North Lawn. Larry, a prediction on the election 2 weeks from today.
Just a flat out, would you like me to forecast interest rates, stock market?
That's right. You don't do politics. Larry Kudlow, thanks so much.
I will say this. The biggest thing I worry about the most is a change in the House, which will overturn the tax cuts and the regulatory reduction.
All right.
My biggest worry.
All right. Larry Kudlow, thank you very much.